Hey, what's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a very fun, exciting video, and that is choosing my May TBR. I have a little TBR chart. It's filled with a bunch of random little prompts. I know it doesn't look like it's a lot, but it's actually like quite a bit. So really excited. I have a bunch of books on my physical TBR that I'm trying to get through, but I also have a bunch of books on my Kindle because I have been in a reading slump for literally the better half of this year already. I was in a slump for almost 3 consecutive months, which is crazy. So there's a lot of books that I've just been wanting to read and just like not really been in the mood for, but ever since I cured my reading slump, I've just been reading non-stop. I did one of these videos last month, and I think I read most of the books that we picked out from the TBR jar. So I'm very excited to see what we're gonna pull this month. I have some books that are kind of on my radar, but then not really. There's some new releases that I'm excited about. There are certain series that I'm in the middle of that I'm really excited about. There's also some standalones that have just been, you know, I've been eyeing them for a minute. So now that we're entering into spring, entering into summer, I am very much in a romance mood or romantasy mood. So we'll see what the vibes are. Hopefully we'll pick some good little prompts. I think I'm gonna try to pick maybe 6 books. That seems to be like a good number. I think that's what I did last month, and I ended up reading, I think, 6 books. Also, if you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing? Please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of this year, and it would help me out a ton. And also comment down below if there's any books that you're excited to read this month, or how many books you're wanting to read this month. But without further ado, let's get to picking. I'm balancing this on my knee. I obviously did not learn from last episode, so let's see. Okay, I picked one. This is not gonna end well. Okay, the first prompt that we have is a romance book, and wow, boy, don't I have a lot of romance books on my TBR. I think for my romance pick of the month, I'm gonna do Heartless by Elsie Silver. Like I said, I'm in a big romance mood, and I have not finished the Chestnut Spring series. That literally feels like a crime. I started by reading Flawless, and I did a whole reading vlog, and I absolutely loved it. So I don't know what happened. And then I've read some of her other books and also enjoyed those very much. So I'm really excited to get into this one. I've heard amazing things about this book specifically, so I'm so excited. Hopefully it will be good. Hopefully it will not disappoint. But yeah, very excited for this. Let's pick another prompt. Okay, our second prompt is small town setting. Pulling the prompt after already choosing this just feels like such a good omen, because it feels like we're really meant to be reading this. Like, so far the TBR jar wants me to read a romance and a small town, so this fits for both, but I am gonna pick another small town setting. The book that I'm gonna read is Juniper Hill. This is book 2 of the Eden series, and last month I read book 1, and this is a mix of romance but also mystery. At least the first one was. I think this also has a mystery aspect, so I love that. I haven't read a lot of books that have both mystery and romance, so the crossover is crazy. So I think this is gonna work great. The next prompt that we have is part of a series. Okay, let's see. I feel like a good option will be All In by The Naturals. This is the series that put me in a reading slump because it was so good, and I'm sure that doesn't make any sense, but this is literally the only thing I've been wanting to read, and I tried to hold myself back because I didn't want to finish the whole series and then be done with it, because I don't think anything will be able to fill that void. So I ended up putting this on pause, and I was not able to read anything else, but now I'm back from my reading slump, and so this is gonna be a really good choice. I'm so excited to be back into this world. This is a YA mystery. There's a little bit of romance in it. It's kind of like a love triangle, so I'm really excited to see where Jennifer Lynn Barnes is gonna go with this story. And this is the same author that wrote the Inheritance Game series, if you guys have read that. But I am obsessed with this. I've rated the whole series 5 stars. Very excited that this is getting added to my TBR. Next up we have a new release. Okay, wow, there's a couple of new releases that I'm really excited about. One is King of Envy. This is by Anna Wong, and I read pretty much every single book that she has released except the first series that she released. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I am really excited to read King of Envy because I've seen some people get early release copies and they're loving it. I've seen some quotes from the book, and I just feel like it's gonna eat. But I also have another anticipated release, and that is book 5 of the Windy City series. I ate up the whole series. I loved it so much, minus book 1. Book 1 kind of mid, but the rest of it was so good. And now we have Rewind It Back, which is book 5, so that is very high on my radar. So I think I'm gonna go with this because Play Along, which is book 4 in the series, was probably my favorite book of all of last year, so it's only fair. Okay, it's only fair that I choose Liz Tom Ford's new book for this. So That's our book. Hasn't come out yet. It does come out in May, so I am gonna go and pick it up the day that it comes out. You best believe I'm gonna be at the bookstore, and I am gonna be vlogging, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss all the reading vlogs. Okay. Oh, my camera died and my microphone, so if it sounds different or looks different, I'm sorry, but that is why. Alright, let's pick our next read. What does this say? Kindle Unlimited book. Okay, what do we have on my Kindle? Let's check. There's a bunch of options on Kindle Unlimited. So first option that we have is Face Off, which is a hockey romance, and this has been on my radar for the last honestly couple of months, and I've really been wanting to do that one. Another option through Kindle Unlimited is Insatiable, which is book 1 of a dark romance series, which I haven't read before, but I have heard amazing things. Now that I'm back to reading, I want to dabble into different genres and read different types of books so that I don't get bored by just like reading the same plots over and over again. So that one's a really good choice. That one's a really good choice, not gonna lie. I am a little bit scared because I feel like the times that I have read dark romance, like it's been fine and I've been fine. But you know, I do try to take a peek at the trigger warnings. I do try to make sure that they're not like too dark. Like there's specific tropes in dark romance that I just feel like I'm not gonna like, and tropes that I feel like they're just like not gonna be enjoyable to read about, and they're just kind of gonna give me the ick. So I try to stay away from certain things, but this one I think is not too bad. So let's add Insatiable to my TBR. We'll see how it goes, I guess. I wish I had the physical copy of the book so I can add it to the list, but I don't. Okay, and I think this is the last book that we're gonna be choosing, so let's pick a good one. A fantasy book. Okay, this is actually a really good prompt because I'm super into fantasy, especially like a good romantasy. Like I just finished reading the whole Parlous trilogy, yes, the whole entire thing, in the last couple months, and so I'm super into fantasy. I feel like I have so many that I just haven't read because I'm newer to the genre. So our first option is the Caraval trilogy. I have read book 1, but I do want to read book 2 because book 1 was like okay, I enjoyed it, it was interesting, it was magical, but I have heard that the series gets better and better, and also I have heard that the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy is so good, and so I'm dying to kind of get into that world and learn more about those characters. I posted an Instagram reel on my Bookstagram, and everybody was saying that Jax is their top book boyfriend, and I was like, who the heck is Jax? And I got so many DMs, people telling me that I'm gonna love him when I get to his book in the later part of the Caraval trilogy, but more so in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. So I'm really excited to meet him and figure out why he's like a fan favorite for book boyfriends, because I was getting some serious FOMO. Okay, some other options for fantasy. We have Hooked. I think this is a fantasy. It's like a Peter Pan retelling, and it is kind of like a dark romance, but I feel like it's Peter Pan, so I feel like it has magic in it, and I think that makes it fantasy. This is kind of fantasy, I don't know. But also we already have a dark romance. I don't know how dark this dark romance is, so maybe we'll take a little break and read that one at a later time. Another really good option that I'm sure you guys are gonna freak out when you find out that I haven't read, the Avatar series. This series is just so intimidating because everybody loves it, and I feel like I've been late to the party, but now I kind of want to catch up. But I'm just like, also, am I prepared to dive into a world that has this many books? I don't know, but this might be a good choice. I don't know, guys, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm ready to start this. Okay, lastly, another really good choice. My boyfriend recently got me this for hitting 2K on YouTube and on Instagram and on TikTok, and it is Heartless Hunter. I have started reading this on my Kindle a couple months ago, but I was like deep into my reading slump, so I DNF'd it. Even though I was like enjoying it, I just wasn't in the mood to read. It's not like I wasn't in the mood to read this. I just like didn't really want to read in general. I think I made it to about 20% of the way in, and I do remember enjoying it a lot, so I do want to get back into it. Also, this kind of gives off the same vibes as the Parlous trilogy in terms of the romance, mostly because it's like an enemies to lovers, but also because she's a witch and he's a witch hunter. So I feel like this is gonna have the same vibes as like Kai and Peyton hunting each other down, running away from each other, the whole like cat mouse sort of like chase situation. So I feel like I'm gonna eat that up. And also posted a book haul on my Instagram, and the author commented on it, so add it to TBR. Should we do a last one? A popular book. That could literally be so many because I'm starting to read so many new genres and I feel like I naturally gravitate towards the ones that are like super loved on BookTok. Sometimes BookTok has let me down. I feel like I have certain people that I follow that I know have similar taste to. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick Face Off, which is on Kindle Unlimited, and I have it on my Kindle because this was super popular, like I said, like literally a month ago, and I love me a good sports romance. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. Also, my man plays hockey, so the fact that the main guy character in this is a hockey player, like you already know, that's my type right there. So I'm very excited to get to reading that book as well. So those are all the books that I'm going to be trying to read in the next month. Now, am I going to be sticking to this TBR? I will try. I always try my best, but one thing about me, I'm a big mood reader. So if I'm not feeling reading any of these books, you best believe I'm gonna be reading whatever the heck I feel like reading, because I do not want to get back into a reading slump. I feel like once you've been in a reading slump, then you're just like permanently scared of getting back into it because it is such a sad time. Okay, but I feel like we have a really good selection here, a lot of different genres, a lot of different authors, different types of books. So I feel like there's gonna be something for whatever mood I am in. So to recap, first up we have Heartless by Elsie Silver. I love her writing and I feel like it's gonna be perfect for getting into the spring and getting into the summer. I also recently went to Calgary, which is where she's from, and also where all the books are set, or like really close to where the books are set. So now that I've seen the scenery in real life, I feel like every time I read her books, I know exactly what she's talking about. If you're interested in seeing the vibes, I do have a full travel vlog of me going to Calgary. I will link it down below. It's on my vlog channel. But this is book number 1. Book number 2 is similar but also different. It's similar in the sense that this is also a small town romance, but it also has a mystery aspect to it. I'm really excited to get into this and see what the mystery is and how it's gonna get resolved and that whole thing, because I love a good mystery. Speaking of mystery, we also have All In, which is a mystery series. This is YA. I've already said enough about this. I love it. I already know I'm gonna eat this up. Next up we have Heartless Hunter, which is a little romantasy, a little fantasy. I'm very excited to get back into this. This might be one of my first reads in the new month. And then I also have 2 books on my Kindle. One of them is Insatiable, which is book 1 of a dark romance series. I think this is some sort of like mafia romance or something. I don't really know. I'm gonna be doing a reading vlog of all of these and just like explaining what all of these books are and giving all my ratings and everything like that on YouTube and also on TikTok, so make sure to follow me on my socials. And the last book that I'm gonna be reading on my Kindle is Face Off, which is a little sports romance, a little hockey romance. Very excited. Oh my god, I chose too many books. I forgot that I also have new releases coming out this month, so I don't really know how we ended up with so many books on my TBR, but you know, I'll do my best, because on top of all this, I also have The Rewind It Back, which is a sports romance that I'm really excited about. It's coming out in May. And then we also have King of Envy that's coming out, which is not part of my TBR, but I feel like I'm gonna want to read it when it releases, so better get to reading, I guess. Okay. Thanks so much for clicking on this video, and also thank you for watching till the end. If you made it to the end, comment this emoji so that I know, and comment down below if there's any new releases that you're excited about, and also comment down below what books you have on your May TBR. And also, if you read any of these, did you like them, did you not like them, any books that I should read first, or what books I should avoid, let a girl know. That is it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.